Welcome to the kingdom of 1,000 layers, where the romance of French pastry is redefined by the sheer power of high-tech industrial engineering today. In this 18-minute journey, we will uncover how precision machinery creates the perfect croissant, changing the way you look at this classic French delicacy forever. Observe the perfect internal structure, a result of millions of tiny air pockets trapped between thousands of layers, crafted through rigorous automated precision and control. Every crunch tells a story of heat and time, where the traditional artisan spirit meets the speed and scale of the modern industrial world in harmony. Advanced robotics handle the heavy lifting, ensuring that every batch is moved with absolute care, maintaining the delicate balance of the cold, resting dough slabs. With 50 automated production lines running 24 hours a day, this facility produces over 1 million croissants, maintaining a standard of 0 errors throughout. The scale is staggering, yet the focus remains on the minute details of the dough's chemistry, where even a single degree of temperature matters for quality. Our journey into the matrix of ingredients begins now, where purity is the law, and every gram of flour is checked for the perfect protein content. High-capacity silos release a constant stream of fine flour, creating a snow-like effect as it fills the industrial mixers for the first stage of production. This is the foundation of the croissant, a base of pure flour and natural yeast that will soon become the canvas for the world's most famous pastry. Precision nozzles deliver water and milk at exact temperatures, ensuring that the hydration levels are perfectly balanced for the yeast to begin its vital work. The massive spiral mixer begins its rhythmic dance, developing the gluten network required to hold the weight of the butter and the pressure of the rising. Notice the strength and flexibility of the dough as it reaches its peak development, a critical state before the cooling process locks in its structural integrity. Temperature is the first secret. The dough must remain below 4 degrees Celsius to prevent the yeast from activating too early and to keep the fats solid. The dough enters a cold hibernation, allowing the protein chains to relax and stabilize, preparing for the intense mechanical marathon of lamination that lies ahead. Welcome to the heart of the factory, the lamination line, where miles of dough will be transformed into the legendary kingdom of 1,000 thin layers. Huge blocks of premium butter are brought in, the soul of the croissant, which must be perfectly pliable and cold to integrate with the dough layers. The mechanical press flattens the butter into a consistent sheet, ensuring that every square millimeter has the same thickness for a perfectly even pastry expansion. The butter meets the dough in a cold embrace. This union is the start of the lamination process, the defining technique that separates bread from pastry. The first fold is critical. The dough completely envelops the butter, creating a sandwich that will be rolled and folded repeatedly to create the many layers. As it passes through the sheeters, the dough and butter are pressed together into a single, thin ribbon, ready for the next round of complex folding. The machine folds the dough into 3, instantly multiplying the layers. From 2 layers of dough and 1 of butter, we begin the exponential growth. Look closely at the edge. The alternating stripes of fat and flour are the blueprint for the croissant's flaky texture, maintained by strict mechanical precision. Nitrogen cooling systems keep the butter from melting under the friction of the rollers, ensuring that the layers remain distinct and do not blend into bread. This massive line spans hundreds of meters, a masterpiece of engineering designed to handle thousands of kilograms of dough every single hour without a pause. By the second and third rounds of folding, the layers count jumps into the dozens, then hundreds, all while keeping a thickness of only a few microns. The dough has become a laminated marvel. Each layer of butter acts as a barrier, which will later turn into steam to puff up the pastry. Now, the massive sheets are trimmed and divided, entering the final shaping stage where the iconic form of the croissant begins to take its shape. Laser-guided cutters work with incredible speed, ensuring every triangle is identical in weight and size, a feat impossible to achieve by human hands at scale. The triangles are separated into an organized army, each destined to be rolled into the signature crescent shape that is recognized across the entire world. The rolling process is a mechanical dance. The dough is coiled precisely, creating the tension needed for the pastry to expand outward and upward during baking. In seconds, thousands of croissants are formed, each a perfect replica of the last, showcasing the absolute consistency that modern industrial food production can offer. Sensors detect even the smallest flaw. Any piece that deviates by more than a gram or a millimeter is removed, ensuring only perfection reaches the oven. The croissants are neatly arranged, giving them the space they need to breathe and grow as they move toward the next critical phase: the proofing. Inside the